What if the biggest threat to your heart health wasn't fast food or a lack of exercise, but something you do every single day without even realizing it? As a heart doctor, I've seen patients walk into my clinic feeling fine, only to leave with high blood pressure, clogged arteries or worse, on the brink of a heart attack. Today, we're uncovering the one hidden daily habit silently damaging your heart and revealing 10 more. You must stop now if you want to live stronger after 60. If you're over the age of 60, every choice you make, from what you eat, how you sleep, to how much you move, has a direct and powerful impact on your heart. But here's something most seniors don't realize. There's one simple daily action that's quietly putting your heart at risk. And chances are, you're doing it without a second thought. As someone who spent decades treating heart disease, I've lost count of how many patients come in thinking they're perfectly healthy only to discover they're sitting on a ticking time bomb. High blood pressure, hardened arteries, heart failure looming. It's not just junk food or skipping workouts. In fact, many of the most dangerous habits for your heart are subtle, normal even. But left unchecked, they compound over time, leading to serious outcomes like stroke, heart attacks, or sudden cardiac death. That's why today, on Senior Health Boost, I'm not just asking you to quit a bad habit. I'm asking you to reclaim your heart health. We'll go through the top 10 most harmful everyday habits that silently damage your heart and the simple, powerful fixes that can help you reverse course. Stick with me until the end, because habit number 1 is the most widespread and the most dangerous. It's also the easiest to fix. Let's dive in. Starting with habit number 10. Why not walking or moving every day? Let me be clear, if you're over 60 and not moving your body daily, you're putting your heart in danger. As a cardiologist, one of the most common mistakes I see, seniors who spend most of their days sedentary, sitting in front of the TV, reading, or staying in bed. And while I understand that energy declines with age, I'm not telling you to run marathons. I'm simply asking you to walk. Your own pace for 30 minutes a day can cut your risk of heart attack by up to 50%. That's huge. Here's what happens when you don't move. Blood flow slows down, fat starts to clog your arteries, blood pressure rises, your heart grows weaker over time. This sets the stage for heart failure, stroke, or worse. But here's the good news. Walking reverses all of that. It opens up your blood vessels, increases oxygen to the brain, lowers stress, and helps control weight, blood sugar, and cholesterol, the 3 major enemies of heart health. And best of all, walking is free. No equipment, no gym memberships, your legs, and a little bit of time. If 30 minutes sounds like too much, start with 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening. The key is consistency. Don't wait until you feel pain in your chest or shortness of breath. Prevention starts now. Remember, every step is a gift to your heart, and it's a gift only you can give. #9. Eating too much salt. This one might surprise you. Most older adults think salt is just a little shaker on the table, but in truth, salt hides everywhere. We're talking about canned soups, bread, sauces, and pickles. Cheap packaged meals. These foods are packed with invisible salt, processed sodium, that's far more damaging than a simple sprinkle of table salt. When you consume too much salt, your body starts retaining water. That increases blood volume, which puts extra pressure on your blood vessels and your heart. The result? Elevated blood pressure and a higher risk of stroke and heart failure. And the worst part, you might not even realize it's happening. There are no immediate symptoms, just gradual wear and tear on your heart, day after day. We just talked about how a simple daily walk can do wonders for your heart. But here's the twist. What if the most dangerous thing isn't what you're not doing, but what you are eating every single day without realizing the damage it's causing? Let's dive deeper into 2 common habits that quietly chip away at your heart health and what you can do to reverse them, starting today. #9. Hidden salt, the invisible threat in your kitchen. You probably know that too much salt isn't great for your blood pressure, but did you know it could be damaging your heart, kidneys, and even your brain long before you feel a single symptom? That's why high blood pressure is often called the silent killer. There are no warning signs, no pain, no discomfort. Everything feels fine until one day, it isn't. As a former cardiac physician, I've treated patients who ended up in heart failure, and when we traced it back, the cause wasn't some massive event. It was the daily habit of eating salty snacks, canned soups, or frozen dinners. Just a little here, a little there. And then, one day, it's too late. Older adults are especially vulnerable. Your sodium needs drop as you age. In fact, adults over 60 should aim for no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. That's less than 1 teaspoon of salt, and you'd be shocked how quickly it adds up. Let's put that into perspective. 1 slice of processed bread equals up to 250 milligrams, 1 cup of canned soup equals 700 milligrams, a handful of salted nuts equals 120 plus meat. Doesn't take much to go over the limit. And here's the kicker. Most of the salt we consume isn't from the salt shaker, it's from packaged, frozen, or restaurant-prepared foods. So if you're thinking, but I don't even use that much salt, the real problem may be hidden in your pantry or freezer. So what can you do? Start reading labels. Look for low-sodium versions of your favorite foods. Cook at home. Using fresh ingredients, flavor your dishes with herbs, garlic, black pepper, lemon juice, or apple cider vinegar. Switch to unsalted versions of nuts, seeds, or spreads. Just swapping from salted almonds to unsalted ones can save you 100 plus mg of sodium per handful. These might seem like small tweaks, but they add up in a powerful way. Your arteries, kidneys, and brain will thank you for it. And here's a little secret: your taste buds will adjust. After just 2 weeks of cutting back on salt, you'll start to appreciate the natural flavors of your food again. That morning, omelet will still taste great, but now your heart won't pay the price. I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from today? Leave a comment below with your city or state, and drop a 1 if this video resonates with you so far. If not, type 0 and let me know how we can do better at Senior Health Boost. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Senior Health Boost and hit that bell so you never miss a heart-saving tip. Now, let's move on to a habit that starts at the very beginning of your day and could be sending your heart into overdrive before you even get out the door. Number 8, a breakfast that's hurting. Not helping you've heard it before. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but for many seniors, it's also the most dangerous. Why? Because what's considered a normal American breakfast, bacon, sausage, buttered toast, sugary cereals, fried eggs, and coffee with heavy cream, may taste comforting, but it's quietly putting your heart under massive strain. These foods are typically loaded with saturated fats, trans fats, sugar, and salt. Together, they raise your blood pressure, clog your arteries, spike your cholesterol, and trigger inflammation. That's a quadruple threat to your heart. In my years of practice, I noticed something disturbing. Most heart attacks happen in the morning. Why? Because your blood is thicker in the morning. Add a heavy, greasy breakfast to that, and your heart has to work twice as hard to circulate blood. This early morning stress is often too much, especially for a heart that's already aging. So instead of waking up your arteries with a shock, what if you nourished them instead? Swap the bacon for avocado on whole grain toast. Try a fiber-rich smoothie with berries, spinach, and flaxseed. Opt for plain oatmeal topped with cinnamon and chopped nuts. These breakfast choices lower cholesterol, support digestion, fuel you with steady, heart-friendly energy, and most importantly, they don't overwhelm your cardiovascular system before the day even begins. Still unsure which foods are heart-safe and which ones to avoid? Don't worry, you're not alone. That's why we recommend tools like the Senior Health Boost Tracker, a simple digital companion designed for adults over 60. It reminds you, tracks your meals, and even suggests heart-healthy swaps based on your preferences. Because starting your morning strong shouldn't feel confusing. It should feel empowering. We just explored how the foods you eat and the way you start your day can silently shape the future of your heart. But what about the habits we don't see? The ones that happen behind closed doors or in the quiet of the night? These, too, carry a weight. And for seniors, that weight can be heavy. Let's dive into 5 more everyday actions that may seem small on the surface, but can dramatically affect the health and future of your heart. 7. Drinking alcohol. A glass of trouble for your aging heart. You've likely heard the old advice: a glass of wine is good for your heart. But what if I told you that, after age 60, this friendly tip becomes a dangerous myth? As we age, our metabolism changes. Your liver slows down, your tolerance lowers, and even one drink can raise your blood pressure or trigger irregular heartbeats. I've treated countless patients over the years who drank just a little, 1 or 2 glasses a day, and ended up facing serious heart conditions like atrial fibrillation, congestive heart failure, or strokes. Because alcohol weakens the heart muscle, increases fat accumulation around the heart, disrupts medication performance, especially for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes, raises cortisol and stress levels during the night, interferes with deep, restorative sleep. And here's the catch: many seniors drink not to party, but to relax or fall asleep. Ironically, alcohol does the opposite. It may help you fall asleep faster, but it wakes you up through the night and robs your body of the deep REM sleep it needs to recover. If you already have a heart condition, alcohol multiplies the danger. My advice: limit alcohol to 1 drink a day, and not every day. Even better, replace that nightly glass of wine with herbal tea or a soothing warm beverage that calms the nerves without harming your heart. Your sleep will improve, your blood pressure will stabilize, and you may even notice more energy during the day. Alcohol may quiet stress in the short term, but over time, it leaves your heart vulnerable and your health depleted. 6. Bottling up emotions. The silent squeeze on your heart. You might think that staying calm under pressure or keeping your feelings to yourself is a sign of strength. But emotionally, it can be a hidden trap, especially for the heart. Emotions like anger, grief, loneliness, and worry don't just stay in your mind, they echo throughout your body. When you suppress these feelings, your brain triggers a stress response, cortisol and adrenaline levels spike, blood vessels constrict, and your heart rate increases. Over time, this pattern leads to high blood pressure, inflammation, and eventually, heart damage. In my practice, I saw seniors with perfect diets and good exercise habits still suffer from heart disease. The culprit? Emotional stress? often related to family conflicts, financial worry, or long-standing grief. You might hear phrases like, "I don't want to burden anyone. I've been under stress my whole life." But here's the truth. After 60, your heart can no longer absorb emotional weight without consequences. So what can you do? Talk to someone, a friend, counselor, or support group. Practice daily breathing exercises or guided meditation. Try journaling for 5 minutes each morning to release what's building inside. Listen to calming music or take a quiet walk through nature. Your heart isn't just a pump, it's a mirror of your emotional world. When you release stress in healthy ways, you aren't just calming your mind, you're extending the life of your heart. #5. Ignoring snoring, a loud warning that shouldn't be. Silent snoring might seem like just a minor annoyance or even a bit of a joke in some households. But for seniors, it can be a sign of something much more serious. Sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a condition in which breathing repeatedly stops during sleep, causing oxygen levels to plummet, sleep cycles to be interrupted, and the heart to work overtime in response. Most people with sleep apnea don't even realize they have it. They wake up groggy, get headaches, feel foggy all day, or blame their fatigue on aging. But here's what the research says. Sleep apnea is directly linked to high blood pressure, irregular heart rhythms, like atrial stroke, sudden cardiac death. Your partner says you snore loudly, gasp for air, or seem to stop breathing while asleep. Don't ignore it. This isn't just about noise. It's about your heart not getting enough oxygen for hours every night. Fortunately, diagnosing sleep apnea is simple. An overnight sleep study, either in a clinic or at home, can tell you everything. And treatments, like CPAP machines, dental devices, or even sleep position changes can restore your breathing and protect your heart. Your heart needs oxygen 24/7. When sleep is interrupted, the heart never gets to rest or repair. But with the right treatment, sleep becomes your healing time again. Don't let snoring go unchecked. Listen to the signs. Your heart will thank you in the morning. For breathing in smoke. Even just one is too much. We all know by now, smoking is deadly. But here's what many seniors don't realize. Even secondhand smoke or occasional smoking is enough to damage your heart. Even a single cigarette spikes your heart rate, reduces oxygen in your blood, damages blood vessels, raises blood pressure, triggers inflammation in the arteries, and if you already have a heart condition or are at risk, the damage accelerates fast. I've seen patients in their 60s and 70s say, "I only smoke socially," or "I quit but have one once in a while." But studies show that even occasional smoking or living with a smoker increases the risk of heart attack, stroke, and sudden death. It's never too late to quit. Even after decades of smoking, your body begins to repair itself almost immediately. Within 20 minutes, heart rate drops. Within 24 hours, heart attack risk begins to fall. Within a year, your risk of coronary heart disease drops by half. And if quitting cold turkey feels too tough, talk to your doctor. There are nicotine replacements, support groups, and medications that can help you transition with grace and strength. Continuing from where we left off, it's clear that every puff of smoke, every night spent bathed in the blue glow of a screen, and every fried snack we indulge in has a silent cost paid by the heart. Let's dive deeper into the next lifestyle habits that must be tackled if we're serious about preserving heart health after 60.1. Smoking and secondhand smoke. A direct attack on the heart. You may already know smoking is harmful to your lungs, but what many overlook is how dramatically it damages the heart. Smoking injures the delicate inner lining of your arteries, triggering inflammation and accelerating plaque buildup. Over time, this leads to narrowed, stiffened arteries, raising the risk of a heart attack. And here's something that surprises many of my patients. You don't have to be a smoker to suffer the effects. Just living with someone who smokes increases your risk. Secondhand smoke is just as dangerous. There is no safe level of exposure even if you've smoked for decades. It's never too late. Quitting today starts the healing process tomorrow. Within weeks, your circulation improves, your blood pressure drops, and your heart begins to recover. Stay away from so-called light cigarettes and vaping. They carry the same dangers. Every puff delivers a shock to your heart. It's like punching the heart from the inside out. If you're trying to quit, talk to your doctor. Nicotine patches, support groups, or smoking cessation apps can help. And don't underestimate the power of simply saying, "I quit." It's the single most powerful step you can take for your heart today. 2. Late night screen use. When light interrupts the heart's recovery, do you unwind by scrolling on your phone or falling asleep to the television? For many seniors, it's a nightly ritual. But here's the truth. This habit is quietly sabotaging your heart. Electronic screens emit blue light, which suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps your body fall into deep, restorative sleep. Without proper sleep, blood pressure tends to spike, insulin sensitivity drops, and your heart bears the brunt. As a cardiologist, I've seen firsthand how disrupted sleep patterns contribute to heart attacks, strokes, and arrhythmias. But it's not just the light, it's the stimulation. Late night news, intense shows, or even a heated social media post can activate stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. The result? Your heart rate goes up when it should be slowing down. Your brain stays alert when it should be recovering. Over time, your heart doesn't get the rest it needs. My recommendation: power down all screens at least 1 hour before bed. Instead, try reading, listening to soft music, or stretching. Your heart will thank you with stronger, steadier beats. 3. Fried foods and fast food. Convenience with a cost. It's late. You're hungry, a burger and fries seem like an easy fix. But over time, these choices chip away at your heart's strength. Fast food and fried snacks are loaded with trans fats, saturated fats, and sodium, all of which harm your arteries. Every bite thickens your blood, inflames your vessels, and raises your cholesterol, and it doesn't take much. I've seen patients who suffered heart attacks from a lifetime of just one snack a day. After age 60, your metabolism slows, and your body becomes less resilient to damage. But the good news: there are easy swaps. Bake instead of deep fry. Try air frying. Opt for homemade soups, nuts, fruits, or grilled lean protein. Every healthy choice adds up. Remember, the food you eat becomes your blood, and thick, oily blood means clogged, stressed arteries. Feed your heart with kindness, not grease. 4. Ignoring high blood pressure or skipping medication. The silent killer. Finally, we come to what I consider the most dangerous mistake of all: ignoring high blood pressure or failing to take prescribed medications consistently. High blood pressure is often symptomless, which is why it's called the silent killer. But make no mistake, every day that hypertension goes unmanaged, damage is being done quietly but relentlessly. I've treated patients who never missed a gym session, ate well, and felt fine, yet they were walking time bombs because they didn't treat their blood pressure seriously. Left unchecked, it strains the heart, scars the arteries, and accelerates the risk of stroke and heart failure. If your doctor has prescribed medication, take it exactly as directed. Set reminders. Keep your pills in plain sight, and if you experience side effects, don't stop. Talk to your doctor about alternatives. Managing blood pressure also involves daily habits. Reduce salt, exercise regularly, manage stress, and avoid excess alcohol. But medicine fills in the gaps when lifestyle isn't enough. In closing, your heart deserves better. You've come this far in life with stories, battles, and memories written into every heartbeat. Don't let quiet, preventable habits rob you of the healthy years ahead. Start small, walk daily, turn off the TV early, swap the chips for fruit, speak kindly to your body, and protect it by following your treatment plan. If this video resonated with you, please hit the like button and subscribe to Senior Health Boost for more science-backed, life-improving tips just like this. And most importantly, share this video with someone you love, because heart health is a gift that multiplies when you pass it on. Stay strong, stay aware, stay heart smart. Even though we've covered many harmful habits that affect your heart, there is one final behavior, perhaps the most underestimated, that continues to jeopardize the lives of countless seniors: ignoring or stopping medication. For high blood pressure, at first, it may seem harmless. You feel fine, you haven't had any symptoms, so you assume everything's under control. But that's exactly why high blood pressure is called the silent killer. It creeps in without pain, without warning, until the damage is already done. I've seen it firsthand as a heart specialist. Patients walk into my clinic, seemingly healthy, only to collapse days later from a heart attack or stroke because they missed a few doses or decided to stop their medication altogether. It doesn't take long for skipped medications to raise your blood pressure to dangerous levels. In fact, even a short break can lead to a sudden spike, putting your heart, kidneys, and brain at severe risk. And tragically, many older adults only realize this when it's too late. I've had patients faint in grocery stores, collapse in bathrooms, or wake up in ERs only to discover that the root cause was untreated high blood pressure. This isn't about relying on pills for life, it's about survival. If you ever experience side effects or feel like your medication isn't working, talk to your doctor. There are dozens of alternatives available. What matters most is staying consistent. Take your meds at the same time every day. Use pill organizers. Set daily reminders. Track your numbers at home. Keep a log or journal. These tiny habits form the foundation of lifelong heart health. Let me be clear: if high blood pressure is left unmanaged, it thickens your heart muscle, narrows your arteries, and eventually leads to heart failure. But when treated correctly and consistently, it's one of the most manageable conditions. Just one small pill a day can prevent years of suffering, countless hospital visits, or irreversible organ damage. It's not just a prescription, it's your lifeline. Now, take a moment to reflect. Your heart has been working nonstop for you every second of every day for decades. It never complains, it never rests. But now, after 60, it's asking for your help. Every choice you make, every meal, every walk, every skipped soda, every pill taken on time is either building a stronger heart or slowly tearing it down. As a heart doctor, I have seen too many patients ignore the early signs. They assume they'll deal with it later, but later doesn't always come. Heart attacks don't wait for your schedule. That's why I urge you, start small. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just remove one dangerous habit today. Replace it with one life-giving action. then keep going. Your heart doesn't need perfection. It needs consistency. It needs care. And it needs your attention. And remember, you are never alone in this journey. If you feel overwhelmed, there are tools designed specifically for you. Download the Senior Health Tracker app for daily tips, medication reminders, and meal suggestions created especially for people over 60. Let it be your pocket-sized partner. In heart health. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Your family will thank you. And most importantly, your heart will thank you. So please don't wait. Start today. And before you go, I want to hear from you. What change will you commit to starting today? Drop a comment below to share. Your action might inspire someone else. And if you found this video helpful, please tap the like button, subscribe to Senior Health Boost, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single update. Our community is here to support you with the knowledge, motivation, and tools to protect your heart and reclaim your strength one day at a time. Stay strong, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video on Senior Health Boost.